You ever get that feeling when life's finally coasting smoothly, and then, bam, the universe decides it's your turn to get smacked around? Yeah, that was me that night. Driving home after a long, soul-sucking day, mind half asleep, old-school radio humming low, and the scent of cold, bitter coffee still clinging to my car's interior thanks to the cup I'd spilled earlier. Classic. I'm Derek Lawson, 41 years old, a regular guy with an irregular job. But we'll circle back to that. For now, just picture me cruising along a quiet stretch of highway, windows down, letting the wind slap some life into me. Then it happened. Red and blue flashing lights in the rearview mirror. "Oh, you've got to be kidding," I muttered. Cops have a sixth sense for sniffing out peace and crushing it with sirens. They weren't even subtle, lighting up the road like it was Mardi Gras. "Stay cool, Derek," I whispered, signaling and easing to the shoulder. I reached into the glove compartment for my license and registration. I know the drill. Don't give them a reason. I follow the rules. Two white officers stepped out of their cruiser. One was lanky with a cartoonish mustache. The other a stocky, bald guy with the aura of someone who graduated top of his class in the school of overcompensation. They walked with the kind of arrogance that screamed, "We're the law and you're the reason they built jails." Mustache Man leaned into my window, flashlight glaring into my face. "License and registration, sir," he barked, dragging out the "sir" like he was doing me a favor. I handed the papers over. "Evening, officers. What's the issue tonight?" Stocky Baldy circled the car, shining his flashlight into every crevice like I was smuggling state secrets. He didn't say a word, just postured like he was ready for a showdown. "Where you headed?" Mustache asked. "Home. Long day at work," I replied, calm and steady. "Uh-huh." He grunted like I'd just admitted to a felony. Then he took my license and strolled back to the patrol car, leaving Baldy to loom beside me. Time crawled. I could see them through the rear view, chatting, smirking. Then Mustache returned. "Step out of the vehicle," he said. My patience cracked. "Is there a reason for this?" "Don't make this harder than it has to be, sir," Baldy snapped, grabbing the door handle like he was eager to yank me out. I exhaled slowly. "Sure, officer. Your way." I stepped out, hands up. To any passerby, I looked like just another black man getting arrested for existing. The cuffs clicked shut. "You're under arrest," Mustache declared, like he just won a trophy. "For what?" "We'll figure that out later," Baldy sneered. They shoved me into the back seat of their cruiser. If you've never been back there, let me tell you, it's as miserable as it looks. Hard plastic, reeking of sweat and lost dignity. "Got any weapons or drugs in the car?" Baldy asked, twisting around to smirk at me. "You already searched it. Just making sure. You people forget things." I bit my tongue, the taste of blood and fury rising. "You people." Classic. Like racism was just another shade of their humor. The drive was slow. Every pothole a punch to the spine, while they chuckled up front like frat boys on a joyride. He sat silently, fewy simmling. We reached the station. I was dragged out like a sack of trash. Inside, flickering fluorescent lights and the stench of burnt coffee and despair greeted me. They dumped me at the booking desk. A bored-looking clerk, gum-chomping like it was her cardio, stared. "Brought him in for." Mustache paused, scrambling for a reason. "Suspicious behavior." The clerk raised an eyebrow, but didn't ask questions. She handed me a clipboard. "Fill this out." "My hands are cuffed." She sighed, motioned to Baldy to uncuff me. As I filled out the form, Mustache and Baldy stood, whispering and chuckling. Afterward, I was led to a cell, small, filthy, reeking of mildew and stale breath. A couple of guys already inside glanced at me without interest. I sat in the corner, silent, fuming. What was their game? Humiliation? Intimidation? Hours passed. Then Mustache returned. "So, Derek," he sneered, "what's a guy like you doing in a car like that?" I stared him down. "You mean a black guy like me?" He flinched. "Don't make this about race." "Didn't have to. You already did." He walked off, grumbling. Morning. Cell door clanged open. "Time to go, superstar," Baldy barked. Cuffs back on. Another rough ride, this time to court. The courthouse buzzed with suits, clerks, and confused civilians. I was marched into the courtroom. The judge, a stern woman with an expression carved from stone, looked unimpressed with everyone's presence. Mustache and Baldy strutted in, chest puffed. They delivered their statements like actors in a play. The defendant was behaving suspiciously, refused to cooperate. I muttered under my breath, suspiciously, like driving while black. The judge raised an eyebrow. Your Honor, I said calmly. I complied with every request. No explanación, no probable causa. Just cuffs and humiliation. If that's suspicious, we've got bigger problems. My lawyer stepped forward, handing the judge a folder. Your Honor, we'd like to submit evidence of my client's identity. The judge flipped through the pages. Her brow furrowed deeper with each one. Mustache's smirk faded. I'm going to need clarification, she said. I stood tall. I am Derek Lawson, Special Agent, United States Secret Service. The room went dead silent. The judge turned slowly. Officer, did you know this when you arrested him? Mustache stammered. No, Your Honor. Ignorance does not excuse misconduct, she snapped. We were following protocol, Baldy blurted. Your protocol includes racial profiling and false arrests. You've embarrassed this court. Then she turned to me. Agent Lawson, the court apologizes. Rest assured, disciplinary action will be taken. I nodded. Thank you, Your Honor. I trust the system will handle it. The gavel slammed. It was over. Mustache and Baldy were suspended, under investigation, and likely facing charges. Reporters mobbed me outside. I didn't stop, just left them with one line. Sometimes the bad guys wear badges. But the law? The law doesn't play favorites. And with that, I drove away, finally breathing easy. Justice. Served.